I would like to invite our very first guest as well to Mr. Matt Sypien, and he will be talking about building a fashion project successfully in the Web 3.0 era, a case study of Hape. So in this digital age, the fashion industry has always been at the forefront of innovation. And building a fashion project is not easy and requires keeping up with the trends of Web 3 era. So this is a successful project that has built fashion into Web 3. So all the little monkeys and all the different cool monkeys with the earrings and the tattoos, that is all because of Mr. Sypien. So without further ado, let's give our warmest applause to Mr. Matt Sypien.
Hey, welcome everyone. Thank you for the introduction. Just to remind again, I'm Matt, called Diggy in the space. I'm basically a founder and creative designer on Hape, which is a project dedicated for a digital fashion in a Web3. We've brought 8,192 very fashionable Hapes. Unfortunately, the video has been already played, but let me just introduce the project before we kick off. So all of that came to life in January 2021. We've brought the fashion project Hape through Digimental Studio, which is a digital-based studio from London, UK. On the release, we were fortunate enough to be very successful and it broke OpenSea, one of the biggest marketplaces in these days. We've also managed to gather around 500,000 people on our Discord, which is basically a size of quite a nice city in the UK. Managed to gain a lot of followers on the social platforms and outside of them. In 2023, we just got acquired by the Vertex Labs, which is a Chinese company. We are being a part of the bigger family and positioned on top of a Metaverse and Caduceus, which is basically a blockchain dedicated to a Metaverse. Why digital fashion? Because we see a lot of appetite about the whole situation. We see brands coming to the space, we see them struggling, and we wanted to help. And at the same time, we want to share the passion for the fashion and basically, keep creating the future in the Web3 space. Why is it so important? Because you can see through these projections of the digital fashion. It's been said that the market is going to reach around 6.6 billion by 2026, and then from that grow to around 50 billion by 2030, which is a pretty exciting number that we want to be a part of and just take from that. We see many brands coming to the space. They're trying and they're failing. Why is that? The answer is very simple, because there is a very red line and the border between traditional Web 2 consumer and the Web 3 so-called the collectors and holders. Brands use the traditional methods to approach those targets, but they fail. That's why they have to shift on their approach. We also believe there is an X factor which is needed, and the X factor is based on 4 particular principles: strong creative, strong team, strong community, and the passion. Because to be successful, you have to be passionate and also obsessed about something. Why is it strong creative? When it comes to strong creative, it's all about your unique idea. It's about your long-term vision and how you actually address and put all of those things together. So what matters then? Is it quality? Is it quantity? It's actually something much, much more complicated than that. You look into the project and break it into the layers. Imagine it's the cake that has to be delicious on every single level. You need to have an idea. You need to have a roadmap. The community needs to be engaged. In these days, also that comes to utilities, how you execute that and how you potentially bring the return on investment to your holders. Strong team is the bread and butter. These are people who understand your vision and people who stand behind the execution. You have to trust your team. You have to be sure that people hired for the project, they will be able to execute on the exact level. And how does it split? It's split between the two. As on our particular example, you've got your development team, which is a creatives, designer, developers, all the coders, people who does marketing and the production in general. And at the same time, the second part for your community team, coordinating everything what's happening around the project within the media space. Strong community, that's where it comes to the potentially even much more important aspects, because without them you are nothing. These are people who will be standing behind you. They can give, they can take away. Those people need to be treated as the family, because in Web3 space we are all family and it's all about the community. Without them we are nothing. And I just want to take this opportunity to shout out on our inner circle, which is apparently present in this room. So guys, thank you very much. Digital connection between us and community. Keep it going. We're really, really grateful for that. So when it comes to digital fashion, obviously whole Web3 space is being based around metaverses and communities and whatever's happening with it. We don't want to build a metaverse. What we own is the fashionverse. We want to give people opportunity to easily identify themselves and customize their character. Look good. Just be a fashion dealers within the virtual spaces. How does it look like? Basically, we want everyone to be included and define whatever they want. As you can see, it's a part of our ecosystem place where every single holder can come and adapt the style to their beloved characters. We also bring our Web3 digital products into the regular space, so-called the Web2. People call it digital. We don't actually go in this specific territory. We transform our digital apparels into the reality. And in this particular way, you can see an example of our characters dressing a capsule collection released by the brand, and how we transform this into the actual physical product. Is the quality that is being particular principle for everything. We also bring those spaces into the metaverse. As we mentioned, the life cycle being our home for a Hape Walk, for our development, for the place for holders, and where we want to execute the vision of the project within a Hape Walk, the building for the Hapes. I just want to bring very, very quickly a few case studies as we're talking about the bringing the brands into the space and activating them through in an authentic way to the community, activating those brands through the Hape. The first one of them will be a Jägermeister. As you could see last night during the light cycle night, being a partner, helping us to develop and then bring the youngest. Also, we took Jägermeister to New York. We gave them a space, we took over the Manhattan, we make them look cool, and they paid us with amazing parties that I'm going to present to you in a second. brands, we talk fashion, let's talk the fashion. As you can see, this is our major collaboration with Italian brand Diesel. We've collaborated on a collection which is extension of the Hape. We've brought the physical projects into our space, which also resulted within releasing very limited quality products for us. So it's not about how, it's about executing it on the biggest level. You have to dream high, you have to be ambitious, there's always a space, and those things are going to come to you. Closing up on that, I just want to bring something directly from our community. Because it's a Chinese event, I would like to introduce you to our community rap from Hape. That's going to be for me for today. Thank you very much.